Hey guys, what's going on? You guys are probably wondering who the hell's name is that on top of your video. Old, excuse me, old friend of mine. His name's Dustin from went to high school together, and we did a whole lot of fun shit together and stuff like that. We grew up together, and so his handle name obviously is dreamboy899, and he does a lot of wrestling stuff on his channel. I thought I'd help him out, promote his channel a little bit. And there's a story behind why I'm doing this. I just uploaded my Q&A video, and right when I did, he sent me a message with a shitload of questions, really good ones too. And I was like, wow, okay. So I sent him a message saying I would just do his questions in a single video, because I was gonna do another Q&A, but I was gonna wait till I got a lot more questions from everybody. But so I just figured I'd do one single video for him, answer his questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Okay, his first question is, what are your top 3 Metallica songs? Good question. Love Metallica. Love their first 4 albums. That's it. But I'm not really gonna get into that. I'd have to say my favorite off of Kill 'Em All would be The Four Horsemen. My favorite off of Ride the Lightning would be it's a hard one. They're all good. Oh man, definitely probably Trapped Under Ice. And the third is probably it's got to be a tie between Orion and Battery off of Master of Puppets. Really good songs. Really great. I do not like new Metallica, as most of you know. I just can't stand it. This is my opinion. Do not like it whatsoever. Okay, his next question is, do you think metal and rock music in general is weak now compared to how it used to be 10 years ago? Fuck yeah, I do. Oh man, I can talk about that for hours. Just, certain bands, not all bands. Not all bands. There's some bands out there that just keep going with it, and amazing. Like, I'll give you a couple examples of bands that have kind of slowed down a little bit, and bands that just keep going. For example, Shadows Fall. They were good. They're still one of my favorite metalcore bands. I got this album here autographed by the band maybe a year and a half ago. I met the lead singer, Brian Fair. Really great time. This is their newest album they came out with, and it is pretty decent, pretty good album. But if you were to go back and listen to a couple of their other albums, such as War Within or The Art of Balance, totally fucking blows this one away. It sounds so brutal as far as metalcore goes. Awesome, very awesome. Now the first album was with Phil Labonte from All That Remains, and that album was just amazingly fucking badass. It was, back then they were considered melodic death metal, and I love melodic death metal. But definitely, this is a good album. I recommend it. I do. But like I said, their old stuff is way better. Hell of a lot better sound. And another good example, my favorite metalcore band of all time, Darkest Hour. Okay, these are their 4 old albums, right? I mean, looks pretty badass, huh? This one, it's got like a dead fairy or something like that on it. This is my favorite one from them. These albums are pretty good. These 3 right here are pretty brutal, as far as metalcore goes. Okay, look at these and look at these 2. Kind of a big difference there, huh? Come on, this has fucking flowers and fairies and butterflies and shit on it. That one, I don't know what the hell that is. This one's basically borderline fucking emo. I heard it and I was so pissed off. I'm like, what the hell? I was not happy with that. Why I have this album, I'm not sure. This album was fucking completely terrible. It was terrible, but it's not as bad as this, which I'd rather listen to this than that, but both these albums are pretty fucking terrible. This one, a couple songs on there are kind of tolerable, but man, they've really changed. Uh, you know, I mean, the band's entitled to do what they want, I guess, but I just simply won't buy any more of their albums. I mean, simple as that, you know. But yeah, man, if you're into, you know, if you're not really into the really hardcore stuff like death metal, and but you do like a little bit of metal, if you do like the harder stuff or whatever you call it, definitely I'd check some of the old Darkest Hours out. You know, he's definitely got a really nice scream, really good. Don't check that out unless you're into emo, which I'm not, but I was very disappointed with those albums. These aren't from them; they're just another band, but that's just my opinion on that. Like I said, I can go on forever about that subject. But anyways, next question. What are your top 5 metal bands? Good question. I would definitely have to say, hold on 1 second, bud. Oh, alright. Would definitely be top 5 bands, huh? Okay. Definitely be Iron Maiden. All the way. My favorite band of all time. A lot of people just can't get into it just because they sound that old style. But they, like I said before in a lot of other videos, they paved the way for a lot of bands. Mortician, really great death metal band. My favorite death metal band of all time. Which also they got a real death grind influence too, and they're a lot of people consider them death grind, but they sound more death metal to me. I just call them death metal. And this definitely one of my top bands. Absolutely amazing band. Amon Amarth. Fucking awesome. And I do a lot of vocal covers to these guys. These guys are pretty much what influenced me to do my vocals. The lead singer, Johan Haig, is disgustingly brutal vocal-wise. You check them out. I got all their albums pretty much. The only one I don't have is The Crusher. Every one of their albums is just absolutely brutal. They're a melodic death metal band, and they're probably like the top. They're probably on the top as far as death metal goes. And my third, Iced Earth, fucking awesome power metal band, just amazing, man. I know you're not really into the whole metal thing, but yeah, I know you maybe a few, but this is power metal at its best. You gotta check that out. Probably Job for a Cowboy would have to be in there. I'm not huge into deathcore because some of it's annoying. But like Chelsea Smile or Chelsea Grin or whatever, I don't know how that goes, but no, I don't like that band. They suck, in my opinion. Definitely something to check out. Job for a Cowboy. Their artwork's always pretty nasty looking, pretty awesome. Definitely want to check out. Another really cool band. Well, everybody knows this is a really good band of mine. Definitely be Slayer, and really good thrash metal. If you're in thrash metal, which thrash metal is Metallica? If you didn't know, Metallica, Megadeth are both thrash metal bands. Municipal Waste, Exodus, stuff like that. Slayer is definitely on my top. Definite. Okay, next question. How many concerts have you been to in the last 2 years? I don't know. I lost count. I'll show you a couple pictures I got though. This was me. I don't know. You might have seen this on my Facebook, but that's me in 3 Inches of Blood at Mayhem Fest in 2010. This is me at Mayhem Fest in 2010. Me and my buddy and a couple other guys we met up with there, and this is from there. And then I would say I went to see Children of Bodom in Michigan. Oh no, wait, that was in Indy. Children of Bodom, God forbid. Man, I can't tell you who else was there. I've been to a lot of other concerts. I just can't remember what they all are. I know I went to Michigan, Grand Rapids to see Shadows Fall. I've seen Shadows Fall about 3 times, I think. I've seen Shadows Fall at Five Finger Death Punch. As They Lay Dying, I don't really care for them, but they were there. Oh man, there was a shitload of bands. I don't really remember who else was there. Man, they'll come to me. I went and seen Rammstein this year in Chicago, 2011. It was fucking awesome. Oh man, it was awesome. And my most recent one was Mushroom Head. And there's a lot of others I went and seen, dude, but I can't. All the Remains, I went and seen All the Remains too. Oh. But I'm sorry, I can't really remember everything, but definitely good, fun times. If I could, he asks if you could see any band live, who would it be? Oh man, I would love to really see Mortician. I had a chance to see Slayer at the Coliseum down close to where I live up in northern Indiana. Man, I missed the opportunity of a lifetime to see that band, and I'm sure they'll be back around again, but I had to work that night, and I didn't give enough time to call in or whatever, but I really wanted to see them so bad. I'd probably have to say Mortician. Like, my favorite lineup probably be, or my dream lineup would probably be Mortician, Slayer, Iron Maiden, definitely Inside Fearum, Black Dahlia Murder, Iced Earth, Amon Amarth. And if I were to see one concert with just one band, it'd probably be Amon Amarth, because I've always wanted to see them live, and I heard they're amazing live, and I definitely got to check them out. Alright, man. Next question. Do you still buy CDs, or do you use an MP3 player now? As you see, CDs, man. I used to have an MP3 player, but it took a dump on me. But I just keep buying CDs. I like to collect them. Even if I didn't have a CD player, I'd probably still collect them. But I just love the way the CD sounds on stereo. It just sounds better to me for some reason. Don't ask me why. Most people can't tell the difference, but I can. What are your top 10 favorite metal songs? Oh, man. Okay. Lost for Words, Iron Maiden. Altar of Sacrifice, Slayer. Reanimated Dead Flesh by Mortician. Eaten Alive by Maggots by Mortician. Washing Over Me by Iced Earth. Victory Songs by Insafirum. Rain in Blood by Slayer. Angel of Death by Slayer. Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Iron Maiden. And last but not least, Fate of Norns by Amon Amarth. Oh, not Fate of Norns. Pursuit of Vikings off Fate of Norns album. Very amazing band, of course. But stuff like that. So, next question is, and can you give me a shout out when can we do a YouTube video? Fuck yeah, dude. next time you're around, give me a call. Maybe we can get together and do a video. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. I'll put a link down here of his channel. Check him out. Show his channel some love. He's not really a huge metalhead, but he's a good friend of a metalhead. So, you know, show him some love. If you like his stuff, subscribe, send him a message, tell him what you think, you know, comment, whatever. Stuff like that. I gotta, you know, but thanks a lot for your questions, dude. Looking forward to seeing you again, hanging out with you. Stuff like that. So, alright guys, metal on.